Hello, my name is Scott Thompson. Daniel Daniels, also known as Daniel Dan Daniels, is one of the most famous and critically acclaimed child actors of all time. He's known mostly for playing Henry on the late 90s TV show, Just a Regular Family. In this short documentary, we'll be talking a little bit about his background and where he is today. Daniel Dan Daniels was born on November 17th, 1995. He was born into a family with two older sisters.
Right away we knew he was going to be an entertainer. He was just so full of energy.
Other women would say that he just radiated this feeling of sexiness, even as a baby.
With the discovery of Daniel Daniels' energy and unbelievable sexiness, his family almost immediately got him into show business.
Many people believe that Just a Regular Family was Daniel Daniels' first role. Actually, his first role was on A Robber's Life, in which a robber suddenly has to take care of a baby. Daniel Daniels, of course, was the baby.
Why is there a baby on my couch?
Unfortunately, A Robber's Life was cancelled after the first episode, but reviews of the show praised Daniel Daniels' acting ability. The magazine Tumbling Rock said, "Boot the robber, keep the baby." USA Yesterday said, "What a terrible show, that baby deserves more than that." That one episode of A Robber's Life ended up kickstarting Daniel Daniels' acting career, and in 1999, Daniel Daniels auditioned for Just a Regular Family.
Yeah, I remember seeing Daniel Daniels walk into the room. I remember seeing on his cast list it was just Daniel, but everybody was calling him Daniel Daniels, so it just kind of stuck, so just went with the crowd. Yeah, he right when he walked into the room, it's hard to explain, but you know, some of those cast members are just perfect. As they walk in, you just know, they just walk in, and you know that's the cast member you need.
All they did was ask me my name, and then of course I told them, and they just like looked impressed. I don't even know why. Like, all I said was my name. They acted like this like Oscar-worthy performance. I don't even know.
Yeah, when he walked in the room and he sat down, he said his name, Daniel Daniels, and I casted him right away, because how he said it was perfect. I don't know how to explain it, but you know, it's just you had to be there. You know, years of experience. There's just been very few where they've sat down and I knew immediately that's who I wanted.
He was so overwhelmed by Daniel Daniels, he just canceled the auditions. I thought he was crazy for it, but I guess it all worked out.
I casted Dan as a character on the show. His name's Henry in the show, who was the little brother. He was always the troublemaker, you know, the troubled kid, the one always, you know, playing pranks on the older siblings and the mother's just troublemaker. That's all he really, and it fit him perfectly, Daniel Daniels.
Yeah, this was like the first show like officially like kickstarted my career.
Henry, did you mail your baby brother to Australia?
Oh, boogers.
Yeah, Uber was like my catchphrase, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the world fell in love with him immediately. I remember our first show, our first airing, I could say. If I can be so bold, it was an overnight success. Ratings were through the roof. Our bosses up top they were demanding more.
When we were with Daniel Daniels, people would come up to us all the time and ask for hugs, pictures, autographs, all that kind of stuff.
He became the most famous kid on Earth.
During the 2000 to 2001 Emmys, Daniel Daniels won the award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series, making him, at age 5, the youngest person to this date to win an Emmy.
Yeah, my acceptance speech was pretty much, I just like walked up, it was like, thank you, bye-bye. That was it.
Yeah, I think, frankly, he was bored of how long it was. I mean, the other celebrities, bless their hearts, they were just drooling on. Frankly, everybody was bored. So I don't blame him for making it short and sweet.
Every year after that, Daniel Daniels won an Emmy in that same category, until 2003, when Just a Regular Family was cancelled due to the fact that Ashley, who played the older sister Roxy, left the show.
I left the show because I wanted to join the U.S. National Women's Tug of War League of America. It was fairly important for me to do because I had been training for it my entire life.
Yeah, I remember her telling me. As I was writing the lines for the next show, she walked in and told me we were done. We were canceled. She was as distraught as I was, and we were walking out of the room, and I flipped the snack table.
You could say he had some anger issues that we didn't know about.
There's Skittles in a giant bowl. And I went over there to calm Nick down, but then I slipped on the Skittles. I broke my lacrimal kernel.
So I've like always known that I wanted to do movies and not just TV shows. Like I got offers to a bunch of TV shows like Family, Hooligans, even 2.5 Men at one point.
He turned down every TV show's offer. Instead, he started auditioning for movies.
Yeah, I auditioned for like every movie I could find, but you know, no one wants the oh boogers kid.
With the thought of not being able to be casted in a serious role, Daniel Daniels fell into a deep depression.
When Daniel Daniels was 12 years old, he was put into public school, and he began drinking. It started with something simple, you know, Red Bulls, Monsters, and then it got so bad it became shots of 5-hour energy. It was sad.
The energy they gave me just made me feel more energetic.
Wait, I don't know. Like, what did we get caught? My mom said that, like, caffeine could, like, stunt your growth. Fine, you're fine. All right, are you sure? Okay.
Yeah. How's it?
It's great. Oh, this is great.
Yeah. The energy drinks affected him more than anybody I've ever seen before. I mean, it was even hard to watch coming from me, who drank these on almost a daily basis.
Guys. You think 5 dudes is too many? Like, I don't know if it's too many. Let's go play. Let's play tag. Let's ride bikes, guys.
Wait.
Let's go do something.
With the amount of energy drinks he actually drank, he had a pretty bad tendency to crash. Oh my god, guys, I can't find him. He like totally ran away. Oh. What the heck? He passed out.
So eventually I didn't have as much energy. I realized that it wasn't really the caffeine that was making me hyper, it was actually the sugar. So my freshman year in high school, I started adding pixie sticks into the mix. Then there was Fun Dip, and at one point I even began licking sour stuff off of sour gummy worms. And after that stopped working, I started eating pure sugar.
At that point, I could no longer be associated with Daniel Daniels.
Being his sisters, we wanted to do the best things we could to help him.
So we have a plan.
We've called Daniel Daniels to his school in order to put his sister's plan into action.
What are you guys doing here?
Well, Daniel, we're all here to help you. Your sisters, they told us about your addiction.
I don't have a problem.
Daniel, you're stealing sugar packets from restaurants.
So?
Listen, you little prick! I drove here from Los Angeles to help! And if you think you will ever...
Arrangement. Go here. Happy place. There you go. Why do you keep doing this to yourself? You're obviously not enjoying it. It doesn't have the same effect. Why do you keep going?
I just don't want to deal with the withdrawals.
Now, here we see a test subject who has been experiencing the withdrawals of excessive sugar consumption. After 3 days, he's beginning to experience withdrawals, and the glucose is starting to leave his body through his pores when he sweats it out. This attracts fruit flies. It is now day 5, and our test subject seems to be developing muscle spasms. It's very upsetting to watch. It is now day 10, and our test subject is developing mood swings. We're going to go analyze his mental state.
Hello, doctor.
Hi, so your name is?
No!
It's not okay.
No!
Stop!
No!
I'm not here to hurt you!
No, doctor, come back. They always leave.
You need to at least try.
But I can't.
Why?
Because fruit flies.
Wow. Listen, I know you can do this. We all know you can do this. You have the help of people who care about you. Because to us, you are not Daniel Daniels. To us, you're just Daniel.
So you're gonna do it?
Yeah.
Daniel Daniels then took on the challenge of eating no sugar and attempting to become clean.
Yeah, it was a very emotional roller coaster of emotions for me. But, you know, with the help of friends and family, I conquered it. I'm sugar-free to this day.